We've presented in the past each year the Larry Smith Award here as part of the Small College Basketball Hall of Fame induction ceremony. We've done so because we surprised Larry Smith at the inaugural Hall of Fame induction by announcing the creation of the Larry Smith Award, which was presented the following year in the second year of this. Well, Larry's a basketball junkie. He didn't want to miss the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and even after he passed away just over a year ago, his daughters have decided that they wanted to keep the tradition of presenting the Larry Smith Award as part of this ceremony because they know how much the Hall of Fame induction ceremony and surrounding himself with the people like you and the inductees meant to him. So we are continuing that tradition even after he has passed. Yes. And I want to just give you a few sentences, if you will, about why this award is so unique and special and meaningful. The Larry Smith Award is presented annually to a former small college basketball player who's used the game of basketball to learn and apply life lessons that have significantly enhanced their life, but then they've turned around and given back and made a difference and changed the world for good. Honestly, I'm just really proud of this award as it speaks very well to the purpose of the small college basketball platform. You see, we want to use our platform as a force for good. And this award highlights someone that has used the game of basketball to get their education, to learn from their coaches and their professors, made something of themselves, and then have given back to make the world an even better place. And I'm going to turn it over to the athletic director emeritus from Suffolk University, who's been a longtime friend of Larry Smith's for over half a century, not a decade, over half a century. For over 50 years, they've been good friends, Mr. Jim Nelson. But before I do so, I just wanted to say that I miss my friend Larry Smith. Let me turn it over to Jim Nelson.
Thank you, John. My name is Jim Nelson. I'm the retired Director of Athletics and head basketball coach at Suffolk University in the heart of Boston, Massachusetts. In a show of hands, how many of you have ever visited Boston? We have a few out there. Boston, Paul Revere, Fenway Park, Tom Brady, Boston Celtics, Larry Bird, Bill Russell, Larry Smith, Sonny Lane. I have been privileged since the inception of this award to introduce Larry each year on stage, as John mentioned, but with his too soon passing, there leaves a void. But we are privileged to have two of his three daughters, Karen and Rebecca, here with us in the audience this evening. Welcome, Karen. Welcome, Rebecca. And we're also privileged to have the president of Suffolk University and her spouse, Margie Arnold, with us. How often does that happen? The president of university attending an event like this. Smith, the most common name in our nation, but nothing was ever common about Larry Smith. Such a unique individual was this Larry Smith. Born into the impoverished neighborhood of Chelsea, Massachusetts, just across Boston Harbor from our city, Boston, known as the Cradle of Liberty. Larry went on to be a star basketball player at Chelsea High School and at Suffolk University. Under unique circumstances and challenging circumstances. Larry's father was an outdoor window washer in the wealthy financial district, and when his dad had a disabling accident at the work, Larry, throughout high school and while in college, would rise at 5:30 in the morning to do this laborious work to help the family pay with monthly rent payments to avoid eviction. Only then he was off to class and to basketball practices to pursue his goal of a college education. After college, this determination led Larry and his older brother Michael to become wonderfully successful in the auto insurance industry. As the Larry Smith Award celebrates an individual who uses the game of basketball, the Smiths' adult success to give back by both Larry and Michael have accomplished that with remarkable success. Their philanthropy at their alma mater, on our campus, there is in their name the Smith Executive Classroom, the Smith University Dining Hall, the Smith Conference Function Room, the Smith University Fitness Center, the Smith University Basketball Court, and the Smith University Resident Hall. How their philanthropy has enriched our university. Larry could not predict the future, but he could create it. When some people pass on, they often leave their music within. Not our Larry. He left a symphony for others to learn, respect, and contribute with their own successes. No such person describes this more than our 2025 recipient of the Larry Smith Award, who was proudly a college classmate of Larry. Ellis Sonny Lane has provided leadership in so many ways, from his all-star high school years as an exceptional three-sport athlete, football as a quarterback, baseball a shortstop, and basketball as a high scorer and assist leader. And on to this present day, his collegiate years only further continued his positive effect on all those privileged to be in his presence. He was a coach of a Massachusetts high school state championship. He's in the halls of fame of both the high school in New England and the coach of the National Athletic Director. A lifetime professional success, certainly we're to follow as an award-winning teacher, coach, and athletic director. Retirement has not impeded his self-motivated desire, ability, and accomplishment in honoring and recognizing others of all ages.
Small College Basketball is proud to recognize Ellis Sonny Lane as the recipient of the 2025 Larry Smith Award. Sonny Lane played basketball with Larry Smith at Suffolk University while becoming a baseball star with the Rams. After graduating from Suffolk, he earned his master's degree from Boston State, now UMass Boston. Lane became a caring teacher and prominent basketball coach at Wakefield High School, going 276-111 in his career, averaging 16 wins with only a 20-game schedule, and earning the Massachusetts State Coach of the Year 3 times. From 1987 to 2001, Lane was the athletic director at Melrose High School, where he earned Athletic Director of the Year and was the recipient of the President's Award of Merit. Sonny has a special love of education and has intentionally taken care to serve those with cystic fibrosis, worked with the Special Olympics, and has worked with the severely disabled. He has spent his life working to serve those less fortunate. As a coach, he's intentionally made sure that the players that he's coached have been successful in life, far beyond basketball. For his illustrious career, he has been highly decorated, earning the 1987 National Federation of Interscholastic Coaches Award. And he has been inducted into the Suffolk University Hall of Fame, the Massachusetts State Basketball Coaches Hall of Fame, the New England Basketball Hall of Fame, the Wakefield High School Hall of Fame, and the Stoneham High School Hall of Fame, while also receiving the Oswald Tower Award for teaching high ethical standards and sportsmanship. Congratulations to Ellis Sonny Lane, winner of the 2025 Larry Smith Award.
Thank you, Jim, for those kind words. Jim will never tell you, but he was a great basketball player at North Cambridge Catholic in Massachusetts, and earned a scholarship to Boston College, Division I. He was also became Suffolk University's head basketball coach immediately, and his teams were absolutely terrific. But all the kids loved him that were on the team, and he coached the Rams for 20 years. He was also the Suffolk University athletic director for 47 years. How many colleges in the United States can boast of that record? Now, the reason I am standing here tonight is because of Larry Smith and the game of basketball. Larry and I met at Suffolk University as freshmen. We connected immediately because of our love of sports and the fact that we both had difficult economic backgrounds growing up. I was fortunate to receive a full baseball scholarship to Suffolk, but I also wanted to play basketball, and I did for 1 year. But my grades were such that I had to make a choice, and I had to drop basketball. However, following graduation, basketball became my life and led to a 50-year teaching, coaching career. I was blessed to have good players, and consequently, my teams were very successful. But I wanted to teach my players more than just basketball. My main goals were to make my players better kids and help them become more productive citizens in society. How did I do that? By teaching the proper values of sportsmanship, teamwork, manners, respect for others, to be responsible, accountable, and to enhance their self-esteem. In particular, to take care of the underdog and less fortunate students while teaching my severe special needs classes and my Special Olympics kids, and to have a positive impact on kids by being a role model. No smoking, no drinking, no swearing, no drugs, and by practicing what I preach. As a basketball coach, it has been most rewarding to see many of my former players become basketball coaches, both in college and high school and youth leagues, you name it. Giving back comes in many forms. Sharing my ideas and philosophy with other young coaches by teaching coaching education courses for the state of Massachusetts in a program that I helped establish. I've certified over 3,000 coaches at this point. Basketball has allowed me to establish relationships with some of the icons of the sport. Running basketball camps provided this opportunity, as I worked with Sam Jones, Casey Jones, John Killelea, Tom Heinsohn for 10 years. I then met Bruce McGregor, Husson University, where we were co-directors of the Northeast Basketball School for 20 years. Each summer, we gave over 700 kids the opportunity to hone their basketball skills. I also started the Oceanside Basketball Camp in Maine with Sam Leal, coach at Wartburg College in Iowa. What a terrific way to pass on basketball knowledge to young players. At every camp, I gave motivational talks which helped teach life lessons to young kids and to inspire them to love the game of basketball. I mentioned to them my difficult years growing up and how anyone can overcome their environmental situations as Larry and I did. As an educator, I work with many student teachers. I've written hundreds of letters of recommendations for athletes, students, and coaches. Speaking in public is not one of my favorite activities, but I was so honored to speak at the National Medalist Convention in Boston. My topic was how to build a high school basketball program. The headliner that year was Jimmy Valvano. I was also honored to speak at the University of Maine's Super Basketball Week for Coaches, along with Jim Boeheim, and run by head coach Skip Chappell. My topic was the multiple defensive system that I used at Wakefield High School. I would be remiss if I didn't mention my family, who have changed the world for me. Excuse me. And have made an impact on others. My wife, Paula, of 60 years, the best thing that ever happened to me. We have 3 children, Marissa, Stephen, Thea, and their spouses, Jim, Tiffany, and Wayne. They're all teachers. We have 8 grandchildren and 1 grandson. We are so proud of all of them. I want to thank John McCarthy, one of the finest organizers and communicators I have ever been around. I want to congratulate all the Hall of Famers. You guys gave such great advice to these young athletes here today. I'm so honored to share this platform with Larry's daughters, Karen and Rebecca, 2 young ladies of considerable class. Your dad was a funny and fun guy to have as a friend. He's a great family man. Him and Elaine brought up a wonderful family. He was one of the finest men to ever walk the face of the earth. He's done so much for so many. I've never seen a guy who was humble when he was giving. That's usually the guy that receives something. He was a great athlete, as well as basketball, baseball, tennis, even shooting pool, doing magic tricks. I want to thank Marissa Kelly, the best and most loved president in the history of Suffolk University, and her spouse, Margie Arnold, Hall of Fame athlete in the state of Maine. Both I want to thank for traveling here to Florida to share in this honor. I want to thank Barbara and Keith Bowden, as well as Dave Hickson, one of the greatest all-time college coaches, for here to support me tonight. As a teacher, coach, and administrator, giving back is part of the job description and my life goals. I am humbled and honored to receive the Larry Smith Award. In closing, I hope that I have lived up to the expectations of this award, to apply life lessons and to have given back to others what I have learned from the great game of basketball.
So through the generosity of Larry Smith's family, Small College Basketball is proud to present a check to Suffolk University in the amount of $5,000 on behalf of the 2025 Larry Smith Award winner, Ellis Sonny Lane. And I'd please like to welcome to the stage now Larry's daughters, Karen and Rebecca Smith, as well as the president of Suffolk University, Marissa Kelly. I would suggest maybe the other one may be able to be deposited as opposed to that one, but that makes for a great photo op. Ladies and gentlemen, Ellis Sonny Lane, the winner of the 2025 Larry Smith Award.